All right. What's up, everybody? You are locked into Mate Mondays once again. Your host, Miguel Anthony Live, a.k.a. Mimosa Miggs, a.k.a. Mr. Khan. We got Toma in the building.
That's right. You can check us out on Facebook Live every single Monday, 9 p.m. sharp. We on that Facebook Live tip, ONDAS FM.
You got to be on that Facebook Live tip, man. That's like, if you're not on that Facebook Live tip, then what are you on? Gosh. Anyways, so Facebook Live, 9 p.m.
Every single Monday.
Mate Mondays. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure you go and do that so that you get all the exclusive interviews that we'll be doing out here. Yeah, man. And if you like it, smash the thumbs up, like it, share it, all that stuff, man. Make sure you do it. But yeah, Mate Mondays, we talk everything M, because I'm M, Miguel. We talk money, we talk movies, we talk music, we talk motivation. And I am so excited, like super excited, because like everyone knows me. I'm in the entertainment industry, music and film. But what a lot of people don't know is I'm a sports guy to like. And if people follow me on Instagram, they'll see like on my story, my stories is like more sports than it is, because I coach a lot of teams, and I'm sports. So anyways, I'm very excited about what we have going today right now, because our guest is amazing. And actually, before we introduce our guest, let's go to a video. Toma, can we hit that video, that first video there, man? Let's go to this video and let this do a little bit of an intro. Okay, what do we got here?
Alejandro Pozuelo down that right side. Comes back to John.
Boom!
Osorio.
Hey! Hold on. Yeah, give me some. Come on, man. He's slipping, bro. Look at this guy. Look at
Here's a chance.
Okay, watch this.
Through on goal, comes back towards Osorio.
Slippity sloop.
Toronto FC take the lead, and Azteca.
What a feeling.
It's a valuable away goal.
Oh,
and it's the Canadian Jonathan Osorio who scores again. Now it's Vasquez.
Hold on. What we got here?
Hansen again, this time through for Osorio.
Come on, D up, man. D up.
To make it 3.
You know, that the first one, I think that's my favorite Oso goal.
Really?
Of all time. That was like epic. It's like he just cracked that, like bam.
Yo, hold on. Look at that one. Did you see a bar down? Like, look at them, man. Whoa. Jeez. Yo, man. Amen.
Jonathan Osorio scores to give Toronto FC the lead in spectacular fashion.
Further out, this time's jinking, jiving, drags it back in with the left,
Hey.
and then opens up his body.
Perfectly placed. Look at this.
A curling right foot shot into the corner of the net. Brian Rowe has made some wonderful saves.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got Jonathan Osorio in the building. Make some noise.
So what's up?
Jonathan, yo, how you feeling, bro?
Great, man.
You
Great.
should be feeling great, because you are great, man. Yo, first of all, I don't think people understand. Like, you're in the middle, like, you're 2 days away from, like, your biggest game. Biggest game of the season right now. This is it. Like, you're do or die right now.
Biggest game of the season against one of the hardest opponents in the league. It's exciting, man. I can't wait.
And you're here. You took the time out to be here with us, so we're very, 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 very grateful, man.
It's my pleasure, man. My pleasure.
Yeah, thank you, bro. So let's just jump right in, man. Like I said, I'm so big on sports, man. I think I grew up playing sports, basketball specifically, and I think the stuff that you learn in sports is like it's for life. You know what I'm saying? And I credit to, school is important and education is important, but I credit I learned everything from sports, man. Like, sports saved me. I don't know where I'd be without sports. So I have a real when it comes to sports and professional athletes, like, I know what it takes to get there, and like to be to be sitting in the presence of a professional athlete is like, to me, is greatness, because it's like, it's not like anything else. You're putting your body, your mind, your soul and through extreme torment, like like the sacrifice it takes to be a professional athlete. It's on another level. So we're gonna jump into all that, and I'm just really, really excited. But before we jump into all that, Jonathan, have you ever drank mate?
I have.
Oh,
I have, man.
yo, not too many people have been in that seat, have drank mate, and a lot of them are Latinos too, and they never drank it. I'm like, yo, come on. So you have?
I have.
Why have you drank? Why did you drink mate?
So my first time ever drinking mate was, I was like 17 years old.
Okay.
When I was 17, I moved to Uruguay. So I moved down there to play, and then down there,
that's what they do.
That's religion, you know. So
Okay.
I remember one of the guys introduced me to it, like, oh, have some mate, and I was like, okay, I'm here. I'm gonna, you know, experience everything about being here and playing here and living here. And then I started to drink it a little bit.
Did you like it?
I liked it.
It has a weird taste.
Yeah. For I guess if it's like when it's your first time trying it, it's weird at first, but you start to get used to it, and it's really good for you, actually. So,
It is, right? It is. So we got the lovely Sandra to your left, and she's going to bring you some mate, bro. It's Mate Mondays, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, bring back some memories from Uruguay.
Sure.
Just jump in, bro.
For
Take the
sure.
first hit. Boom. So did they do it like that? Did they pass, sip, and pass? It was that kind of vibe?
Yeah, that kind of vibe, you know.
love it, man.
Pass it with your friends or
Yeah,
whatever, you
yeah.
chill.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like, usually I would have it like around, 4 or 5 o'clock when you're just trying to chill.
Yeah.
You sit outside, you get your friends,
Yeah.
and you just pass it around and
I
chill.
love it, man.
It's cool.
So you're going to pass it or what?
My bad.
The guy's talking about passing the mate, and he's taking it all to himself.
He's a great passer, though. He's a great passer. Don't be dissing. He's a great passer.
He's a great passer. Okay, Jonathan. Sandra, come. So I've got so much that I want to talk to you about, bro. I'm gonna put a timer on here because I can't lose track of time. Like, okay. Like I said, man, I have a special place in my heart for professional athletes because I just know, I know what it takes, man. I believe I could have went further in basketball. I played college ball in the U.S., and I feel like I could have gone even further. But I'll be straight. I'll be honest. I didn't have what it took. I knew what it took, and I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm okay. Because it's not easy. So when I see someone in your position, it's like I'm meeting royalty, bro, because I know what it takes, and I know it's a lottery. It is not for... You can't just say, I'm going to do this one day and go and get your degree and become that. No, man. It's like a lottery. So I have such a high respect for professional athletes, and that's what you are. So let's get... I want to get into the game and your career and all that, but before that, I want to know a little bit about you. Mm-hmm. Where are you from?
So I was born here in Toronto.
I could tell you have that Toronto swag. The Toronto, you're born here in Toronto. We should have ended with fam or something.
Yeah, fam.
You felt like it was gonna go there, but go on. Born in Toronto.
I'm trying to keep it like professional.
No.
Come
Come on, bro. This is Mate Mondays, bro. This is TSN.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying?
You can just ease in here, you know?
I want the Osorio experience.
It's
bro.
like a sipping mate, you know?
Sip the mate and give me the Osorio experience. Go ahead. So you're born in Toronto.
Born here in Toronto. Grew up like Jane Lawrence area with my parents, my grandparents, and then when I was like 7 years old, we moved out to Brampton, and that's where I grew up. That's where I lived most of my life.
Yo, why does 6 give Brampton such a hard time, bro?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know.
Why do they say Brampton takes so many L's? Do you have any other idea why they do that?
No,
it's because they got to pick on somebody. You know?
Yeah, I guess.
Brampton just caught it.
Brampton's kind of got like we got
Brampton
some weird
doesn't fight
people.
back, you know. They just
we know what it is, but we're cool with it.
You're cool with it. You're like whatever.
Whatever, man.
But you shouldn't be taking that many L's. You got You got
no,
who
in
else?
sports we don't take L's.
You got Tristan Thompson?
We got a lot of W's in
Of
sports.
course.
So We know that. We know
Not just
that.
sports. You got
Musicians too.
musicians.
We got musicians too.
Hold on. Who's For Y'all Entertainment is Brampton.
Yeah.
Jay and Trey Richards.
Yeah.
Brampton.
They're from Brampton.
There's you. There's Tristan Thompson. Huh?
Where's Alessia?
Alessia Carr.
Alessia Carr is
Alessia Carr
Brampton.
from
There you go.
Roy Woods from Brampton.
Roy Woods is Brampton.
Yeah, man.
Yo, how come I'm not getting any like horns here, bro? Some gunshot sounds or whatever.
He's concentrated in DJ.
Yo, let's do that again. Roy Woods, Alessia Cara, Tristan Thompson, Jay and Trey Richards, Jonathan Osorio. Anybody else? I'm sure there's like some famous Indian guy from
Alex
Brampton.
Velis.
Is he Brampton?
Right.
Brampton.
Alex
Brampton.
Velis.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. Valley's Brampton.
Yeah, shout out to my
The
man.
studio.
Anyone else? Do you know anyone else?
I mean, we got a lot of soccer players.
Oh, really?
Atiba Hutchinson.
Yeah.
Like
Brampton?
the most like legendary Canadian footballer
Seriously?
ever.
Oh, of course.
From Brampton.
Sorry, I'm not a soccer
Paved the
guy.
way.
No,
Paved
it's
the
cool.
way.
Yeah,
How old-
this
is he
guy is like
older?
a legend. Yeah, he's older now. I don't know how old he is, but he's
Oh.
older. But he's played like his whole career in Europe. He plays for Besiktas in Turkey, which is a huge club.
Really?
He's like captains them and everything. He's
Oh, shoot. Okay, I didn't even know that.
He's a legend. He's
So you got
from
a lot of
Brampton.
soccer players.
A lot of soccer players from Brampton.
Okay, so you grew up in Brampton. We make it official. Six Buzz. Brampton takes a lot of W's too. So let's give them some love. All right, but you're not from Canada. Like, I mean, you are.
Yeah.
You were born here.
Yeah, I was born here.
But what's your background?
I'm Colombian.
Big up Colombia. Sandrita's from Colombia too. She's
go.
mixed. She's half Colombian, half Argentinian. So, Colombia, what part?
My mom's from Medellin and my dad's from Caicedonia, which is like an hour away from Cali.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I've been to Colombia a few times. I've been to Bogota. I've been to the whole coast, Barranquilla, and all that stuff. I've been to Medellin, but I've never been to that place. I've never been to Cali, and I need to go to Cali because that's why I love music too, man. It's taking me certain amazing places. So you're from Colombia, huh?
Colombia, man.
So could you play? No, because you're not dual.
I have dual citizenship.
Oh, you do?
But I already played for Canada, so
Once you play for one, you can't play for the other.
I
You can't
played
say-
in an official game, like a tournament game. So once you play a tournament game, you're locked in.
Oh, so you're all Canada.
I'm Canada, yeah.
Kid
But it was
Canada.
always, growing up, it was always my dream to play for Canada. Because I lived here all my life, and
Yeah.
I feel like I owe more to Canada. I love Colombia.
Of
I feel
course.
Colombian too, like
Yeah,
more
yeah.
than anything. But I think like there was more of a chance to make a legacy playing for Canada. Colombia has so many great players,
That's
like
right.
you know
yeah.
what I mean.
Yeah.
Canada needs more.
Yes.
And so growing up, I always wanted to do that, and hopefully, be the change. Hopefully,
Yeah.
Canada one day is talked about much more highly than it is
Yeah.
than it has in the past in football.
And I think it's starting to happen.
It's starting.
It's
to
starting
happen,
to
man.
happen.
It's starting to happen.
And we're gonna go there in a minute, but let's just go back. So Colombian background, born in Brampton, born in Toronto, grew up in Brampton. What club did you play for? You probably played for multiple clubs.
Yeah, but when I was smaller, I started futsal in El Popular, which most Latinos will know here. It's a futsal league in like Driftwood. And I played for Colombia. It was like my uncle was the coach.
Yeah.
I played with my cousin, so I played for Colombia. Then I actually started playing. It's crazy. I kind of went not away from soccer, but I started playing rep baseball.
Oh,
And
really?
Yeah. When I was 8 years old, I started playing rep baseball from 8 to 10 years old, because a lot of the kids in my school, my first school that I went to in Brampton, a lot of my friends were like baseball and hockey players,
Oh, okay.
and I wanted to play with them.
Yeah.
I said, "Oh, baseball's fun. Like I just want to play with my friends."
Yeah.
So I tried baseball for like 3 years, and then after 3 years, every day at school I was playing soccer though, always playing soccer, and I was like, man, I miss soccer. I need to go back.
But I'm a fan of dual sports, man. I had my kids playing soccer and basketball for years, and now my older one, and my younger one too, but he decided for basketball now fully, But I'm a big fan of dual sports. I think it's good, and I also think that it's healthy, for like for you, like you know what I mean. Like you don't want to. you're young, bro. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? You're 8, 9, 10 years old. Like, try different things,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, for
and,
sure.
and you, like you said, you're always playing soccer coming home.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know
yeah.
what you always
Yeah,
want.
yeah, yeah.
You'll find it.
Honestly, playing baseball and playing other sports at school just made me realize how much I loved soccer. You know?
Right.
And it was so cool to learn all these different sports and the kind of people that play these sports, and like that was cool. That made me learn how to, you know, be a teammate, be
Yeah.
a friend in different ways.
Yeah.
But then, yeah, when I was 12 years old, I said, nah, I want to play soccer, and this is what I want to do for the rest of my life.
And so what club did you...
So I played for Brampton Youth.
Okay.
Brampton Youth Soccer Club. From Brampton Youth, I moved to Mississauga Clarkson. I played there, and then I got the opportunity while there to go to Uruguay and play for Nacional de Uruguay.
And how old were you when that happened?
I moved when I was 17, and then I was there till I was 19. And while I was down there, I got called to the national team, the under-20 national team, and I roomed with another Brampton kid, Daniel Henry, and he at the time was playing for Toronto FC. So rooming with him, I'm talking with him, and he showed me, he's like, yeah, he's talking to me about Toronto FC. It's amazing. I'm on the first team, blah blah blah. And I was like, damn, like that's what I want to do. I want to come home and play. I want to come home and be a professional
Really?
soccer player at home. And all my life it was my dream to start overseas, start in South America, and then make my way to Europe someday. Like that was always my dream. I roomed with this guy. It changed. I was like,
You
damn,
wanted to come home.
I wanted to come home. I want to play at home. Like, and I knew that deep down, I believed in myself, and I knew that I could play on this team right away. Like
Really?
in Nacional, maybe I would make it, but it was gonna take me a couple of years. You know, it was so tough. But if I come back to Toronto, I know on this team right now, I can play right away. So I made that. It was a huge risk, and it didn't even happen right away. Like, long story, but I came back from Uruguay. It was time. It was the date to go back, and I said, nah, I'm not going. Like, I'm not getting on that plane. I'm staying here
Seriously?
and finding my way to Toronto FC.
So hold on. You made that choice with not being already locked into the FC?
I was not locked into TFC.
So you passed up on a sure guaranteed spot
Yes.
to pursue that.
Yes.
Are you living your dream right now?
I'm living my dream. Man. I'm living my dream, man.
Amazing.
How many people do you talk to on a daily basis that can say, I'm living my dream? Wow. Okay, so let me ask you this. At what point did you... Okay. How should I phrase this? At what point in your youth sports career did you know, or did the people around you know? When did the coaches know, like, there's something special? This kid, he just moves a little bit different. Like, was it slow? Was it right off the bat? Was it like in house league and for the futsal league in Driftwood? Was it when you went at 12 years old? When did people know there's something special about Jonathan Osorio?
I think people always like rated me highly and respected me, but I don't think that people like will give me that tag like, nah, this guy's gonna go pro until maybe I was like 16.
Really?
Yeah.
So So in your 12 to 16 years, do you remember them?
Yes.
Okay. Were you the guy, or do you remember playing with guys like that were better than you?
No, I play with guys better than me.
Really?
Yeah, for sure. Play with guys better than me. But I was always good, like, and I always believed in myself. I was very confident in myself. But at the time, like, there was guys better. There was guys more physically developed.
Right.
But my brain was always more developed than theirs. So, and I knew that, and I took advantage, and I saw myself. I spoke with my dad, and my dad was like, my dad's my first coach, and you know, my greatest idol, everything. And he knew before everybody. My dad knew before everybody that I had it in me to be a professional soccer player. Wow. He would tell me every day. He goes, you have it. He goes, you have it. All you need to do, you need to get better physically. You need to become faster, stronger. You know, that's all you need to do because you got everything else.
Gosh, man, yo, this gives me goosebumps.
Yeah, it's
man.
crazy.
And you know what's crazy? I feel like this year, you've actually developed that. Like, you've positioned yourself to that next level, Jonathan Osorio.
Yeah.
And
Really?
I watch TFC. Like, that's my team, you know. And I know him for a long time, you know. There's like history between us, and I always like to keep an extra eye on him. But I feel like this year, you've pushed yourself to that limit? I don't, we don't talk on a regular basis, but I feel like this year, like you've actually pushed yourself to that next.
Do you feel that way?
Level.
I agree. I would say last year. Last year, I really took it to a next level. Last year, I made a breakthrough. This year, I've proved like that I'm gonna stay this way or get better.
Gosh,
And so, this year's been crazy too, tough. I've had to deal with some stuff, but the one thing about me, for some reason, man, when the game gets more important,
you rise to the occasion.
I
show up.
I don't know
man.
what it is. I think it's just
I know what it
hunger
is, bro.
in me, man.
I know what it is, bro. You're great. Great people rise to the occasion. It's fight or flight, man. I said it earlier in the intro. You're a professional athlete, man, and like you have something. You're made up a certain way. You're great, bro, and that's what great people do. When there's a battle, and this is not just sports. This is when you lose your job and you're about to be evicted, and you got your family. Like, what do you do? What are you gonna do right now? We can't just fold. We gotta survive. We gotta fight. We gotta win.
Yeah.
So
I agree with that. That's huge. That's actually a really good way to put it. Because even though what I do in my field is not really a question of life or death, but mentally I make it that way. And when I go into these games, it is life or death. Like, life is winning, death is losing, and that's the mentality I go in with. And then when the game's done, then I can relax, and I know soccer. At the end of the day, it's a game. It's a sport. It's not.
Yep.
But
when the moment,
it's everything. It's everything. So
Okay, so like I said, man, I got so much to talk to you about, man. Like, so I'm just gonna kind of be all over the place. So so you did say you played with kids who were better. They were more physically developed than you, which is at that age is a huge factor. You could have all the skill. So my older son, Mateo, I'm gonna give a shout out to all of my kids' coaches, man. Like because you touched on your dad being your first coach. So I was my kids one of their first coach, but shout out Coach Junior, shout out Coach Dan, shout out Coach Stephanie, Coach Brandon, Coach Liam, Coach Theo. Who else? How many coaches, man? Like Coach Mark.
How old is Mateo?
Mateo's 12, man.
Holy,
but we
that many
switched.
coaches already?
Well, because I'm talking like one team, but that like those 5 coaches were the coaching staff.
Okay,
like, we had the head coach and then assistants,
Cool.
And through the years too.
Through the years, Coach Stephanie, Coach Mark, Coach Craig, Coach Godfrey, because now he plays basketball, right? Howard, like, it's amazing. And so I want to touch on that because this doesn't always work because parents are crazy. This woman right here, when the game starts, like, I gotta like put handcuffs on her and like, yo, you're embarrassing.
Soccer mom.
Yo,
those soccer moms.
Those
you
soccer
gotta
moms.
watch out for.
You gotta watch out for the soccer
I'm
moms.
not that, am I?
Yo, you turn like Colombian and Argentinian real quick, man. Like but like, how did that work with your dad? Because I think it's so amazing what you just said. You said he was my first coach, my idol, my hero. Like, I don't know how many people can talk about their dads like that. Like,
I'm blessed for that, for sure.
So,
and I know that.
So he was your first coach.
Yeah, I would say like my first coach, my first mentor. Like, he taught me a lot. He taught me the basics, and he taught me it the right way. He taught me, and even apart from soccer, just how to live life and with good morals.
Just be a man.
The right way.
That's what it is.
To be a man. Yeah, exactly.
I was gonna say there's something special about what your father told you, and he said that you have it.
Yeah.
So I think that's amazing that since you were young, he's been telling you that.
Just affirming, yo, you have it, son. You got it.
And I think like a father can easily tell his child that just for the love that he has for him, but when he said it to me, I truly like he believed it. You can tell he believed it. Like, he believed it. He knew what he was seeing. He was always straight up with me. He would tell me if I play bad, if I play good. He was straight up. So that helped me a lot. My dad was never like putting so much pressure on me. One of those dads that put so much pressure on the child that like I felt like I couldn't have fun. No, he let me have fun, but he was always giving me constructive criticism. I remember at one point though, I do remember he was getting hard on me. Like he was never one of those parents that was crazy. You would hear screaming or nothing like that. Like, my parents are really chill.
Yeah.
You know my parents.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. Amazing.
they're chill. But at one point, my dad, just, he wanted me to do well.
Yeah.
And sometimes I would not be doing well, so he would try to, get me going.
Yeah.
And there was a point, I think I was just becoming a teenager, so like, you know how it is, like, I felt like I was getting screamed at. I was taking it the wrong way.
Okay.
And I was like, yo, Dad, chill,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
and then my dad, kind of learned quickly. It's like, okay, right now that's not what gets him going. So
Yeah.
he kind of maneuvers around it.
Change up the tactics.
And then I got older. I started to realize, he wants the best for me. So then he could push a little bit more and a little bit more. But nah, my dad was great. My mom too. Both of them.
Yeah. As a coach and a parent, it's important to know, like I said, I coach 3 teams right now, 3 basketball teams, and I know who I can bark at, who I need to massage a little bit. At the end of the day, I want to get the best out of them. So if it's going to take me talking a little bit more sensitive to one to get the best out of him, then I got to do that. And this kid, I need to bark at him. He needs me like right down his neck because that's what gets him going. And so you need to know who you can do what with and who needs what and all that. So I think that was amazing that your dad recognized that. Okay, this isn't working right now. Let me pull back, because the worst thing you'd want to do is push the kid away. I don't like this because at that age, you can be like, yo, you're a kid and you still have obviously the sacrifice, but you still want to have some fun and you'd be like, you know what, I don't like this right now. So you have to. It's really sensitive for parents out there, to like know like when to give them their space. So let me ask you about that. Were you excited for every practice, or were there times where you're like, I don't feel like practicing tonight?
Nah. And it's funny you asked me that, because like, if you know me, I was excited for every practice. Like, it's just what I love to do, man. Like, I was.
Were you the guy that if you were sick, you're like, I still gotta go?
Yeah. I wouldn't miss practice. I can't miss practice. And then like, I would go to practice, or I would go to school, come home from school, play in my basement till it was time to eat dinner, go to practice. Like, it was just soccer all day.
You just loved it.
And I loved it. I just played because I loved it. I think when I was 12, 13, 14 years old, I was literally just playing because I loved it. I wasn't thinking about being professional, really. Like, it was always a dream. Like, you dream about it, but in the moment, I'm just thinking about playing and enjoying the ball and scoring goals and stuff like that. And then as you get older, you kind of start to think, and you start to reflect, like, okay, do I have a chance? Do I have a real chance?
Yeah.
Am I determined? Am I committed to giving everything to get this chance?
Yes.
And so you make a decision. I made a decision when I was 15.
So let's go back. You're 15 years old. You're in grade 9, 10?
Grade 9, 10, yes.
You're in grade 9, 10, 15 years old, in high school at Edmond Campion. There's girls all around. There's friends all around. But you're thinking about professional soccer.
Yeah.
Talk to me about the struggle of Friday night, the dance. Look, it's Halloween. Like, you know what I mean? Halloween's coming up on Thursday. Like, hey, it's a Halloween dance. But you got practice in the morning.
Yeah.
This girl wants to be your girlfriend. But, like, how did you balance? How did you talk to me about your high school years, like, sacrificially, and like, was it hard? Were there moments where you're like, man, like, I want to go to this party, I want to do this or whatever?
It was so hard. It was a lot of sacrifice, because in high school is when I made the change to go play for Mississauga Clarkson, and our practices from my house during rush hour, we're traveling like an hour and a half to get to practice.
On a weeknight.
So
you just went to school all day.
Went to school all day.
You have homework and stuff like that.
I have homework.
And you have to sit in the car for an hour and a half. My dad has to come home early from work, has to leave work early to bring me to practice. And he can't even come home and then go pick me up, because by the time he gets home, he's got to go again and my practice is done. So he's got to stay with me there, watch me. Crazy. And that's his sacrifice. But as far as for me, I had times where, like, the guys would chill after school a little bit longer, just and like, whatever, talk about whatever and girls and this and that. Yeah. But I had to go home right away because you gotta eat, you gotta do homework. I had to go do homework and all that stuff, and then get ready to go to practice. So did that ever, like, I'm trying to understand, was there ever a time where you were like I know I want this, but
man, I'll never forget one time So there was rumors going around that week that like, oh, Friday night, I forget her name, but a girl in my school was gonna throw a house party, and it was gonna be a like crazy house party of our whole grade was gonna go. Like you had to be at this party if you were cool.
If you were cool, this is where you were at.
You had to be here, and I was like, damn, like, I had to sleep early because I had a game like at 9 in the morning or something, and I was like, damn, like I don't want to miss this party. I'm gonna miss so much stories. I'm gonna go to school on Monday. Everybody's gonna be talking about it. I don't know what's gonna be going on. And I was like, it hurt. Like honestly, it hurt me because I also had training the Friday night. So I went to training, and I'm like, nah, I don't care. I'm going home. I'm not going back out. I'm gonna sleep, and tomorrow I'm gonna kill it in my game.
Wow, man.
I had a question. You know, there's a lot of rivalries in sports, and I feel like I played high school soccer myself. I don't know if you know this, but the biggest Brampton rivalry is Aquinas versus Campion. Like that's like, you know, the big show.
Okay. Yeah.
You think that prepared you for what came in the future?
Yeah.
Did you play high school soccer?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I did a little bit. I played a little bit. We won. I remember the 1 year I played, we won. We won everything. We were a good team. We had some good players, and Aquinas was one of our rivals. That was cool. You know, it prepared me like in a different way. Not so much like the atmosphere of a rivalry of what it is now in professional sports, but more like the everything around it, like the bragging rights and how much you have to work hard to get that and to win, and like just playing for something that's on the line, and like your pride. You know, you're playing for pride, and roasting was like a big thing in Brampton. Like roasting was huge. Like you didn't want to get roasted, you know.
Of course not.
So you had to win those games, and honestly, it did help. It does help. Like those games, those games help a lot in a way that you wouldn't think would. But it goes a long way for sure.
My son's first rep soccer coach, his name is Brandon. He always told me, he always said, you never want to peak too early. Like you want it to be like you know, you're constantly getting better, constantly getting better. You don't want to peak too early, you know, because you're constantly growing, you know. And my son Mateo, he always had like what would you say? Like he always had he had the IQ, you know. And Brandon always told me that, and he's like, yo, your son, you know, they think he wasn't the most physical. There were other players who were way more physical than he was, physically fit, everything, but his brain was just so far advanced. Like he was seeing things. And so I love soccer because, like I said, I got into soccer because of my kids. Mm-hmm. But then when my son went to his first rep basketball tryout, never touching it. Well, he played with me, you know, he killed it. He absolutely killed it. The coach walked up to me. This team was playing together for 3 years, and he walked in as a new kid to the tryout, and within 10 minutes of the tryout, the coach walks right up to me and says, "Are you Mateo's father?" I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "Okay, I want him on my team." And I'm like, "Okay, well, good. That's why we're here. Like, thank you." And he came back halfway, so he kept practicing, and he said he came back and he's like, his vision and his movement without the ball is impeccable. And I looked at him and I said, soccer. Yeah. So the mentality was always like, I remember when we first got into soccer, I don't know better, right? So, you know, they would always put him on defense. And every parent, they're like, no, I want my son playing striker. I want a striker. I want to score goals as a striker. My son should be a striker. Yeah. And it wasn't until Brandon told me, you put the best player at the back. You build from the back because they can see and you know, the strong guys need to be at the back. Striker, all he has to do is put the ball in the net. But all the work's done. Now he just has to tap it in. You know. So now I was like, oh, essentially he's the quarterback. He's the point guard, right? So then he got a little bit more physically fit. So then they put him in the center mid position. And so when he came to basketball, he was just running the point. He was passing and cutting and soccer did that for him. And I have such a love for soccer now because I see, and I always tell parents like basketball, I'm like, yo, put your kid in soccer, man. Put him in Tim Hortons, Timbits running around. Like, it's so funny. You watch those kids, man. Like, it's like an amoeba just wherever the ball goes. Okay, so I just wanted to tell that story because because of what you asked, like and you said how last year was the breakthrough, this year was, and going back to Coach Brandon saying you never want to peak too early. Like, do you still feel at your age and the stage, your professional career playing at the highest level here, do you feel that you're still learning, that you're still growing, that you're still getting better?
For sure.
Really?
100%.
Really?
100%. I learn something new every day, man, when I play. It's crazy. Like, I'm still learning. And I've played with, like, some really good players that have had great careers in Europe and all over the world. And they tell me, like, I didn't stop learning till the day I stopped playing. In soccer, it's always something new. And I think in sports, you can always learn something new.
Right, man,
so,
you're right.
like, yeah, for me, I personally still feel like I'm improving. I still have a higher ceiling to get to. I know that these are going to be my best years of my career. Like, I've just entered that, but it's not close to being done. I think I got more than a few more really good years in me. I believe.
Yo, man.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah, man. How long you been with the FC now?
This is my 7th year.
7 years?
Yeah, man. Second longest on the team.
I didn't know that, man.
Yeah, 7 years.
7 years. And you're playing the center mid position.
Mm-hmm. I play I've been moved throughout my career along the midfield. I can play. I feel like I can play anywhere in the midfield, but my best position is center mid. Yeah.
The general,
The general,
Yeah.
man.
The
Yo,
general.
Coach Brandon always called my son the general.
Yeah.
He said, Miguel, Mateo's my general. And I was like, Mateo, you're the general. But here's where my son, this is where his soccer kind of, and I want to talk to you about this. He got to a point where he got afraid to be the one to miss. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there were times where they're like, Mateo, shoot! It's like everyone, right?
Yeah.
Like she's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
and he's just like, one time he told me, I said, Mateo, what is it? He's like, I know I can make a good pass and my job's done,
Mm-hmm.
but if I take the shot and I miss, it's more, he feels,
That's so normal, man. That's
Is that
just,
normal?
Yeah, that's just fear of failure. I still have that sometimes, and professionally. So sometimes, but
yeah. How do you get over that? How do you just get to the point where I'm gonna
honestly practice, man.
Yeah.
Like you just
Yeah.
practice, and once you're comfortable on the practice pitch,
yeah.
then in the game you'll be more confident to
Yes.
use your skill.
Yeah.
So really, that moment is comes with preparation, like a lot of preparation.
Yeah.
And mentally
that
preparing yourself.
confidence.
Yeah, you just gotta have confidence. You gotta do it, and that's what practice is for: is to put yourself in the situation so
Yeah.
that when the game comes, it's natural. Like
Yeah.
I used to be that too when I was a kid. There's a point where people are telling me, or even now, even as a professional, people will always tell me, you gotta shoot more. And I was afraid. In my head, I was like, I have to wait for the perfect opportunity to shoot.
That's
When I
it.
know sometimes that's not it. Like
That's not
sometimes
gonna
you need
happen.
a half a chance.
Yeah.
And you gotta let it go because
Yeah.
good things happen.
Yeah.
And I learned that as I kept going, and once I tried it the first time, and I saw something good happen. Once you see it good happen once, you get that confidence. You get that. You finally believe.
Right.
Then you just keep
It's like a
doing it. You
breakthrough.
keep doing it. Exactly.
Yeah.
Let's click that second video. Let's see what we got there. And I really don't even know. I'm being serious here. I'm not, if this guy knew how to click the thing, we get the video going. The guy can't even play a video. Okay. Hold on. Let's see what happens here. Gee, okay, hold on. Rewind it back. I know this video now. I know I wanted to play this one. Okay, so hold on. So that's you with the ball.
Yes.
You lay it off here. Boom.
Yeah.
And he lays it off to, who's that? Jovinko, and then you kill it. Boom. So,
Jonathan Osorio makes it 2.
play it one more time. I'm gonna do. Wait. I think it plays, doesn't it? Okay, whatever. So you have the ball here.
Yeah.
You lay it off. Is your job done? No. You stay running. Boom. Let's talk about that. If you thought, hey, I did my job, I made a great layoff, that goal probably wouldn't have happened.
No chance.
But you laid it off, you stayed running, stuck with it, the pass came back to you, and you put the ball in the net. And the reason I like that is because in life, like, you got to keep going.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
For sure.
okay, so I did this and it's over. No, like, keep going, because this could lead to this and that could lead to that. And I, having kids, I like that's a perfect. That's why I love sports, because it's the perfect teaching tool for life. Let me ask you a question. Give me whatever 1, 2, 3, 4. It doesn't matter. Important life lessons that playing soccer, playing sports has taught you.
Man.
That through sports, you can really credit it to, I learned this because of soccer. But it has nothing to do with soccer. I'm talking like life.
The biggest thing, and it's crazy because I was just thinking about this the other day. The biggest thing in soccer that I experience every year in my career is that, which is the same thing with life, is that there's ups and downs.
Ooh.
Ups and downs. You're never always on top, and you're never down and out, And
so how do you deal with that?
So, like,
how do you stay?
The really good players know how to be mentally tough when you're down. Like, every soccer player goes through it. You have ups in your career and you have downs.
Of course.
Every player. And I think that's part of life too. Like, in life, good things are gonna happen to you, but also bad things are gonna happen to you. It's about how you respond to those bad things, how you can get yourself out of it, it is what makes you the man you are.
Yeah.
And for me, that every time I've gone out of a bad moment, it's made me a better person, a better player, better everything.
Yeah.
And you think that it's crazy. I think earlier on in my career, I would only be happy with like when things were going good. And when things were going bad, I used to hate everything. Like, I used to...
Life sucks.
Life sucks. Like, everybody is against me. I would think everything's against me. And what I learned now, just recently, I would say, is that when you're down, it's not that everybody's against you. It's just, this is your bad moment in your life. And
how you respond to it.
And it's your test, basically.
Yeah.
It's God putting a test in front of you that you can, ace that test and become a better person, a better player, and grow. Exactly. So now every bad moment, I look at it as an opportunity for me to learn something new and
grow.
to get better.
That's powerful because I learned that not too long ago, and that point you just said right there. Not to say you go looking for bad things to happen, but when it happens, my mind is okay. This is good. Because I'm going to be better when I get through this. Okay, so it's like you embrace.
You embrace it.
You don't look for it. You don't say, okay, give me a bad, give me cancer, so I get. Like,
no.
But if you get hit with something, it's like, I'm going to embrace this because I'm going to come out stronger.
Yeah, exactly.
Powerful. What do you do for, like, mental health is a huge thing.
Huge.
And being a professional athlete, you're in the spotlight, bro. Like, your face is out there for the world to see. Sports, the worst critic. I always say, like, sports brings out the worst in people. Okay, you go to a game and it's like, this could be like a principal or a teacher, and they're like, cussing. They're like, yo, you teach my son, man. Like, look at you. You know what I'm saying? Or you watch the Raptors, right? Refs, you suck, and you see like middle-aged, like 60-year-old men and women. Ref, you like. Didn't we tell our kids not to
say that,
not to be negative? And isn't this bullying right now? Like 30,000 people singling out one person saying you suck. Like, did we forget how to be human beings? So like, anyways, so I say all that to say. This you live a life of spotlight. You're in the spotlight. You have a bad game, not just you get to go home and reflect on it, but if you're not careful and you went on your phone or something, everyone's talking about it. Everyone's talking. All of a sudden, everyone's a soccer expert, and all of a sudden they know what you should. Oh, this could be his downfall. Oh, he's going to. How do you deal with that? What do you do what's your personal practice? What do you do to guard your heart, to guard your mind for like mental health? Because this is, like you said, ups and downs, and you could go from being up, being down, then you hear the wrong thing, or you read the wrong tweet, or you see the wrong post, and that can. What do you do? What is your practice? How do you prepare? How do you?
Me, and this is such a important subject in sports right now, and now like more than ever. So I'm glad you brought it up. Personally, I talk to my brother.
Okay.
My brother that guy is not only my brother, he's my therapist. He's my therapist. Yeah, man, he's my therapist. That guy, he knows how to calm me down. He gives it to me real, and he knows how to calm me down the best. Like I remember I was going through a part of my career where I wasn't playing a lot. People started to not believe in me. People were like saying all this stuff like, oh, he doesn't, all the hype was nothing, like this guy is nothing, blah blah blah. And I started to lose confidence in myself, and my brother was seeing that, like it was affecting me in my life. And my brother was like, no man, like he just showed me like all the good things that I've done to that point. He would basically show me like, this is still in you, but it's for you to find that. And stuff like that. Like my brother, so many times, not only that time but so many times, I feel like you have to find something that helps you. For me, it's talking to somebody, and in that case, it's my brother.
Your brother.
Sometimes it's my friend. For others, it could be a psychologist.
Yeah, whatever.
And sometimes athletes are too proud sometimes.
Yes, man.
But at the end of the day, man, I know teammates that see psychologists, and it helps them so much.
And there's no shame in that.
No shame. There's absolutely no shame. It actually makes you better.
Absolutely.
And for me, like that's why I call my brother my therapist. He's my psychologist.
Yeah.
He's my he does that for me. Luckily that I don't have to go to a psychologist because I got him. But if I had to go to a psychologist, I would, because 100%, man, because it's so important to keep your mental health healthy. Because like you said, like everybody becomes a critic. And if you read into that stuff, then your mind will go crazy. And even things like, you always say we're in the spotlight after a loss. It's really easy to walk past fans and ignore them, but you got to show your face. You got to do those things, like those hard things, like those are the,
because you lost, you don't want to see people.
Those are the hard things about being an athlete. You got to show your face, and you got to always show the right side, be positive, and show that things don't get you down. But of course you're mad after a game, you don't want to talk to nobody.
You just want to be by yourself, man.
But you got to show your face to that fan, or else if you don't, then that fan's gonna go on Twitter and say,
then boom,
John
boom.
Osorio is the biggest asshole I know, blah 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 blah. You know what I mean?
And that's one of the reasons that I talk about that's at the beginning. I said I have such a respect for professional athletes, because anyone else who in any other job, you have a bad day at work, well, you can just go home and be, but you, like you said, you have to, like, I feel so bad, man. Like, you see these athletes, they just come off a tough loss, and then they gotta go and talk to the media.
Like, it's not even like the next day. It's like
right
after,
man.
right now.
And they have to somehow pull it together and be professional, and you can get fined if you don't.
Oh man.
Like, you guys have so much
Pressure.
so much more pressure. So that's why, like I just have such a high respect, and people complain, oh, they're overpaid. Man, they ain't overpaid. What they have to deal with versus what you have to deal with, number one. Number two, I always say this. Professional athletes aren't getting paid for the time that they're playing professionally. They're getting paid for all the times, all the hours you put in from the time you were 8, not getting paid.
Yes.
All the sacrifices that your mom and dad made. You know how much money you're just getting reimbursed.
Yes.
You're not getting
that's a good way to put it. I'm going to say that now.
You're getting reimbursed.
This is
You're
just
not
me
getting
getting
overpaid.
reimbursed.
You're just getting reimbursed from the time that you didn't, from all the no's. No, boys, I can't go to the party. No, señorita, I can't be your boyfriend right now. No, I can't do any of this. I got to do this for no pay. Now he's getting paid. Let the man get his pay.
Amen.
I'm taking you to
Amen.
church.
Amen.
Kanye West
Amen.
just released a gospel album. I'm taking you to church. On the high and low topic, let's go to the next video. I know what this one is. Time out. Pause it. Pause. Can we get the sound on this? No? Because it's what the guy says.
I'm going to look for it.
Oh, you're going to just look for it? Do you know what he says? What the commentator says? It's nothing bad. He literally says it's.
I do not. I haven't rewatched this game ever.
Okay, so while he looks for it, you said your brother, older or younger?
I have two brothers, both younger, but he's the older one of the two younger.
So he's the middle.
The middle brother.
I have a thing for middle child too. I'm the middle child, man. They're special, man.
They
They're
are,
special.
man. You
They're
guys are
special.
different. You guys are weirdos.
Yeah. You're right. You're right. I've been told that before.
Nah, I love him, man.
And how old are they?
My,
Let me know when you got it, Toma.
25 and 21.
Oh, so you guys are all close in age.
Yeah, we're close,
So do
man.
they play soccer too?
Yeah, they play.
Really?
They play, yeah.
Where do they play?
Well, my brother, the 25-year-old, kind of plays for fun now. He played with League One. Last he played with Vaughn in League One. But he was also at one point in the TFC Academy. He went to Uruguay as well. He was following my footsteps, but unfortunately, he got an injury. He got a really serious injury, and that's the thing about trying to go pro, man. It's not like you said. Like you can go to school, you put in the work, you get a degree. In sports, nothing's guaranteed. Gosh. Nothing is guaranteed. You got to be on top of working hard and all that stuff. You also got to be lucky. So but he's fine now. He's doing his thing and
good. And your younger one?
And my younger one is going to school. He goes to U of T, but he's playing for the school team.
The school team.
They're in playoffs right now. So
really,
yeah.
Good. How did your mom deal with 4 boys?
4 boys. That's exactly what she says.
How was that for her, man? Like,
oh man.
But I'm sure she loved it. I'm sure she loved it.
She loved it for sure. She loved it.
Okay, you got that video? So do we need... Okay, listen to what the guy says.
El botín de oro de la Liga de Campeones CONCACAF Scotiabank. El botín de oro es para
pause
el
it for a
jugador
second.
Jonathan Osorio del equipo Toronto FC.
Okay, I want you to notice something. He's going to receive the... How do you say? Botón de oro?
Botón de oro.
Botón de oro, the golden boot, which is a huge accomplishment.
We got to get a round of
applause.
applause.
Studio cheer.
Huge.
There's a full stadium. There's guys in suits. Like, this is a big deal. But he looks sad. And he just looks a little bit down. Let's keep it going.
4 goals. Jonathan Osorio, the golden shoe, the golden boot. What an incredible run he had, especially away. And it's his missed penalty that'll haunt.
The local boy, 4 goals in the Champions League. It's Osorio off the bar.
Yo, man. 4 goals. This.
I want to make a comment.
Yeah, because I need to take this in.
I want to make a comment. That the penalty shootout was bad luck. It happens. We should... I don't like to hate on players. I don't like to criticize them. But Mick Delgado had the chance of a lifetime, and he ruined it for us. And he ruined, and I know that's your boy.
In that game there?
I know that's your boy, but in that game, he had an open net, he sent it back to Canada via UPS.
Oh, no. Well, he just blasted it?
Yes.
Oh, no.
And we would have won. There would have been no penalty shots. I believe you were in that play. I think you gave it to Juvenco. Juvenco passes it.
Well, you know your stuff, man.
And Mickey, he just...
Okay.
I'm not a Delgado fan to start off with, and I rub it into all my friends, and I always say, I told you so, I told you so, I told you so.
Yo.
Just to put in perspective this game.
Please.
This is one of the biggest games in the history of Toronto FC. So this is the CONCACAF Champions League final.
I think Canadian soccer.
In Canadian soccer,
I think Canadian
arguably,
soccer.
for sure. So no Canadian team, no MLS team has gone that close to winning the Champions League final. So that was the second leg. The first leg, we're playing against Chivas, which is one of the most
prolific,
historic, most popular teams in Mexico. Before that, we played against Club America, which is the biggest team in Mexico. And before that, we played Tigres, which was the best team in Mexico and in the continent for the past 4 years before that.
Wow.
So we got past Tigres, we got past America, and we're playing Chivas, who isn't even a better team than America and Tigres, quality-wise. But as far as biggest team, they're like the biggest team in Mexico. first leg we lose at home. We lose 2-1. We lose 2-1 at home. So the odds are against us. We go to Mexico with a depleted team. Michael Bradley played center back that game.
Yeah, he did.
I played defensive midfielder that game. I'm not a defensive midfielder. I played defensive midfielder that game. We had a depleted team. We go to Mexico and we win the game 2-1, which sent it to penalties. They won in penalties, blah, blah, blah. But, yeah, what he's talking about is a chance that we had at the end of the game if Markey had a really good chance to score, and he put it over the net, unfortunately. And so it made it go to penalties. That's what makes it makes everything, this whole moment, like, so bittersweet, you know?
Yeah.
So I, the reason I wanted the audio on that clip is because what the guy says. And who's the guy that sent it back to Canada? You said?
Markey Delgado.
Markey Delgado.
Markey
Okay.
Delgado.
So we could talk about him in this situation too. So the guy says, the commentator, he says what? 4 goals, what a terrific run. But it's that penalty shot that's going to haunt him. And probably for Delgado too. Like, does that stuff haunt you guys? Like, does that like still, do you know what I'm saying? Like, because even when I watch that clip, like, I got kids, man, and I just put myself in your parents' shoes when that happened, and there you are on this world stage, and that moment, I just saw you like a little kid there, man, when you missed, and it's almost like, I feel so bad, like. So does it haunt you? The stuff, like moments like that, does it haunt you?
It did for a while, for sure. It did. Actually, what's great about talking about this is that, so we lost that game it was a Wednesday, and we had a league game on Saturday. So I ended up missing this chance, and of course I put some of the blame on myself for missing this chance to win this trophy, like that nobody's ever won in the MLS, like, you know what I mean? But on Saturday we played, and I scored the first goal of the game. So it was like I remember,
bounced back.
I'll never forget, Victor Vasquez came to me and like, look what soccer does. On Wednesday you missed a penalty, and here you're scoring the first goal. And he told me that, and this is a guy that I look up to.
Who's Victor Vasquez?
Victor Vasquez, one of the greatest players.
I think he transitioned what was Toronto FC. He helped us get to that next level.
Yes.
Okay.
Where we needed that one player, like that Kawhi Leonard, like the Kawhi Leonard that kind of transitions you to say,
takes you to another level.
That player is gonna take us to the next level.
Got you.
Yeah. So, and he told me that right after that goal, and I'm like, man, it's so true. Like, and that goes to the point I said before, ups and downs, man. It happens. And it's funny, you said you were imagining being my parents. My parents were in the stadium.
Were they?
They were in the stadium. They came to Mexico. Wow. I brought them over. This is the biggest game of my life.
Of course.
So they came over, they made the trip, they were there in Guadalajara, they had front row seat, and then they saw me miss. And
how important is mom's hug after that?
Oh man, I'll never forget. I saw them back at the hotel, and man, I hugged her. But the hug that I most remember though was my first like heartbreaking loss was when we went to the final in 2016 and we lost in penalties to Seattle.
Yeah.
A game that we deserved to win.
Yeah.
By the way, we deserved to win, and they know it too. But we lost in penalties. I never forget. I went upstairs, got dressed, showered, went upstairs and hugged my mom, and like, grown man, I cried.
Of course,
I cried on her shoulder, man. It was my first like final, and I lost, so it was hard. But I'll never forget that. This time around, I didn't cry. Sorry, I didn't cry, but it was tough, man.
Yo, real quick, Toma, could you? I know he's leaving. Could you ask him to stay for 2 minutes? I want to bring the kids real quick.
Okay.
Yeah. I know he has to go, so we'll do that right now. Another reason why I love sports and why I love professional athletes, because you're just so exposed, and you like you said, you're a grown man. I need my mom right now, man. I need your hug, and I need to cry right now, and it's just so beautiful, man. It brings out, I say for the fans, it brings out the worst in them because fans are crazy, but for players, you're just you're so transparent, man. And I just find it amazing. Yeah, bro. So, are they gonna come? Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll just do a little quick thing with the kids. And then, yeah, man. I could talk to you for hours, bro. I really feel like I'm honored, man, being able to talk with a professional athlete, man. Because, yeah. All right. So,
you look a little What's that? Starstruck. You look a little starstruck.
Yo,
right now,
man. Yo, ease off, fam. yo, stop preing me, yo. It's chill.
Don't worry, you're gonna get a pick later.
All right, yo.
Yeah. Chill, fam. Chill. You don't know, eh?
You don't know.
Osorio's and your general in town, eh?
Yo, the General Oso.
General Oso.
General Oso. Do you have a nickname? Do you have a nickname?
Oso. Everybody knows me as Oso.
Okay.
I'm the
That means
Oso.
beer, doesn't it?
Yeah.
General El General.
We should hashtag that. Make it official.
General Oso.
That
You
can
don't
trend.
know.
That can trend.
Yo, man. Okay. All right. So we did that. Let's talk about. I got one more video. I think I got one more video. Let's go to the next video while the kids are coming. All right. Can we get the audio on this too? Come on,
I'm
bro.
gonna get you the audio for this.
Hold
Hold
on. Jeez.
I think this is my favorite part of going to watch the games.
Who's the lucky topless man?
That's Eli, man.
Yeah,
that's one of the biggest fans in.
Yeah,
Oh, he's just
TFC,
a,
bro.
I think
so he's like Nav, kind of like the super fan. Like everyone knows him.
Yeah.
No, but he's bigger than that because he
He even knows his name. He's like, that's Eli, man. That's my
Eli,
guy.
man.
He leads the red pack, so he's like bigger than.
He's crazy, man. I love that. Guy.
Is that how does that happen? Like, you just become that guy, or like he was the create? Like,
I guess he created that group. Like we got a couple of supporter groups, and I guess he was one of the founders of that
Okay.
group.
So
I don't know for sure, but he leads the chants. It's amazing.
hold on. I think I cut into another video. Hold on.
You know what's crazy about this moment is that has become tradition now.
Yeah.
That was the first time I did. That was the first time ever to be done.
That you went there. A player did that.
A player did the Viking clap. With
Yeah?
the fans, the first time.
Nice.
And after that, it's tradition now. After big wins, like
player does it.
The player of the game will come
do it.
and lead it. Yeah.
And look at you here jumping around with the fan. Look at you, man.
Yeah, man.
So the reason I wanted to show this video is because I wanted to ask you how you're right now it's Monday, and on Wednesday, in less than 40 or maybe whatever, in 48 hours,
yeah.
you're going to be playing in the conference final, correct?
Yes.
How important is the fans?
Oh, it's huge, man.
How much do you guys, as a player, how much do you guys feed off the energy and how important? And you're playing away, right? So
We're playing away, yeah. So it's different.
Talk to us about the fan and how important they are.
They're so important. They make an impact in the game.
Really?
Yeah. In some parts of the world, they feel like they play. Like if you know Boca Juniors, they got like the craziest fans in the world. I think.
Really?
They play. Those guys make.
What do you
impact.
mean they play?
They play like they watch the game, and they say, like they see the momentum. They see the momentum slipping. We gotta get louder. We gotta get louder. We're getting louder. We gotta get louder for these guys. They sing certain chants to pump up their players or pump up a certain player.
Wow.
They play.
So they're a character in the movie.
They're a part of the game.
They're a part of the game.
They're the 12th man for a reason.
They're literally called the 12th man.
I love it, man.
Exactly. La doce.
So how hard is it playing away? You're going to Atlanta?
It's hard, man.
You're playing
Atlanta. 70. They expect 70,000. 70,000.
70,000
They
people?
average 70,000. There'll probably be like 75,000 there. Yeah.
At your game?
At the game, yeah. Mercedes-Benz. So.
It's I think the third biggest now in all of North America.
Holy smokes. Yo, that's going to be insane.
Amazing.
Yo, we got some kids in the house, man. Niños, ven acá, ven acá. Come here, my little niños. Come. Don't be shy. Come around this way.
What's up,
Come, niños. Come.
What's up, guys? Good?
Yeah, you good?
What's up, man?
Say hi. So, look, these guys got their soccer stuff. So my kids, when they played soccer, they played for the Oshawa Kicks. Shout out Oshawa Kicks.
Okay.
House League in Ajax. And they went over to D-Rose Academy.
Yeah. D-Row, my guy.
Yeah.
That's my guy, man.
So, then they left. What about you boys? Do you boys play soccer?
Yeah.
Yeah? Do you play in a club? What do you do?
We play in Boca
Come.
Juniors.
Talk in the microphone so we can hear you.
We play in Boca Juniors.
Ooh, you too?
Yeah.
Yeah?
He only speaks Spanish.
Really?
Yeah.
Ah, español?
¿Para qué equipo juegas?
En Boca.
Aquí.
En Boca Juniors.
En Boca Juniors. ¿Aquí en Toronto? Muy bien. ¿Y Armando es capitán del equipo? ¿Quién es mejor, tú o Armando?
Oh! Okay, we're gonna. Do you know who this guy is?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know who him? You ask him.
¿Sabes quién es?
No. Okay, we're gonna ask him.
¿Sabes quién es Toronto FC?
Look.
¿Te gusta Toronto FC?
Toronto FC? Yeah.
Sí.
Okay, well, we're going to ask him a question. Leandro, this is Leandro. You have a question for Jonathan?
Yeah.
Okay, you got to talk in the mic, though.
How does it feel to be a Toronto FC soccer player?
Ooh.
It's a good question.
It's a good question, Leandro.
Yeah. It's amazing. It's an amazing feeling. I live my dream every day playing for Toronto. So, but I know that it didn't just come. I had to work for it every day. Every day I had to work for it. And it's really hard. Yeah. But it's an amazing feeling, man. Amazing.
So it's a lot of hard work, but it's an amazing feeling living his dream.
Yeah.
Say thank you.
Thank you.
He has a big game on Wednesday. What are you going to say to him?
Good luck.
Yeah. Is he going to win?
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You have a question?
Yeah.
Okay, what's your question? Come here.
Have you ever scored a bicycle kick?
Ooh.
When I was what a question. When I was a kid like you, I scored a bicycle kick. But professionally?
Yeah.
No.
That's hard.
Not yet.
Have you ever scored a bicycle kick?
No.
It's coming.
Have you?
Yes.
Do you know how to ride a bike?
Yeah.
Okay, good. That's amazing. So first you ride the bicycle and then you score the bicycle kick. Okay?
That's right.
Can you get a high five? Can you give Jonathan a high five?
Yeah.
Leandro, can you give him a high five? Thanks, niños.
All right, guys.
Say bye.
Bye.
We gotta bring the kids in. We gotta bring the kids in. So you said the fans are important. 75,000 people. Actually, while the kids are here, right before they leave, because I want to do this at the end, but could you give a piece of advice to all the kids that are going to see this interview and hear this interview? Any piece of advice to kids.
I always say that I think the best advice I could give is to believe in yourself. I think the most important thing is to believe in yourself, because if you don't believe in yourself, you got no chance. So
I like that.
One thing, believe in yourself and love what you do. With those two together, you can do anything.
That's good too, man, because belief is it's important, because you can practice is all you want and all, but if you don't believe it, and especially in a day where social media is so in your face, like it's easy not to believe in yourself, or it's easy to compare yourself.
Yes.
How active are you on social media? Do you stay away from it? Like, do you try to limit it? Turn it on.
I'm smart about how I go.
Good.
But, there's some things I ignore, some things I use it for.
But you gotta guard yourself, man. You gotta protect your eyes, man. I can't look at that right now.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so fans are important. Toma, you got a question for this guy?
I do. I have a question. What do you do to mentally prepare for your game?
Yeah, let's go there. What's your process? Yo, you got, like I said, in 48 hours.
Yeah.
You got the biggest game.
Yeah.
What is your practice? What do you do? It's a great question.
Well, I do. The thing is, when I get out of off the pitch, like away from training, I try to shut down. I try not to think too much, because it could become a lot. It could cloud your brain, your mind. So
like replaying things. And what you could have done differently.
Like you can replay. Like I always after a game when I go to bed, I'm replaying the whole game in my mind, man. Like for sure. And that's fine. But then during the week when you're preparing, I can't help myself. I'll always be thinking about the game, but I try to keep that to a limit, just because I need to save my brain for when I play or for when I train. That's when I need my brain. When I'm at training, it's pure soccer. I don't really look at my phone even in spare time. During the time I'm at the academy, I try to. It's pure just getting ready for the game. Yeah. And then away from the game, you eat well. That's nutrition is that's mentally preparing myself, because if I'm eating well, then I already know, my mind knows that I'm doing the things that I need to do to get ready. I'm not taking any shortcuts or nothing like that. So eating well, and then visualization I think is huge for me. I do a lot of visualization. just imagining things. I imagine myself scoring a goal one way, and maybe I'll go into the game and I'll score another way.
Right.
You know, but just me, picturing that in my head before is already giving me that belief that I'm gonna do it.
Man. So you still do that? You do that?
I do it all the time, man. I do it all the time.
You gotta see it, man.
And then, as far as mentally preparing, like one thing that I do on game days I call it, I don't know if it actually does this like scientifically, but I activate my brain. I do Sudoku puzzles.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Really?
Yeah, like a few hours before a game.
Did someone tell you to do that, or did you just develop that on your own?
My own. I just one day, I remember, we were traveling a lot, and I had like a lot of spare time at the airport, and I didn't want to be
on your phone,
on my phone. It consumes us so much these days.
Of course.
So I needed to find something. So one time I was at like the supermarket there in the airport, and I saw a book. I saw Sudoku puzzles, and I love puzzles. Like I love problem solving. Like that's just what I love to do. That's what I love to do growing up. So I saw the Sudoku puzzles, and I'm like, oh, this is wicked. So I bought it, and ever since I'm like, yo, I'm gonna try this before a game. I think I tried it. My first game I ever tried it, I scored, and I've done it ever since.
Yo, because especially playing in the center mid, like you're breaking it down. You're solving problems.
That's solving a lot of problems.
You're solving
in the midfield,
problems.
man.
So I could definitely see the correlation between that and being a professional athlete. Amazing. Okay, I gotta hone in here, man, because we'll be here all night, and I don't want to do that. So you touched on diet. How important is nutrition?
So important.
Yeah, what do you eat? What do you stay away from?
Well, junk food for one, you gotta stay away from as much as possible. Not to say that you can't enjoy yourself once in a while, but during the week you gotta be disciplined. Eat a lot of your vegetables, a lot of your proteins, fish, meat. Substituting every meal. Your portions are such a huge factor. All of that, just trying to eat clean and giving your body everything it needs to have that energy for the game.
Wow. So do you have when you have like a game day, do you have a certain meal that you eat or that you feel like your body needs to perform at its highest?
Yeah, my pre-match is always the same. My lunch and my breakfast on that day can change. Like I try not to be superstitious. Because so many things can happen in a day.
Exactly. Oh shoot! What if I don't?
That makes you adapt.
Yeah.
That if I make a meal, like a certain meal, I have to have a certain meal.
Yeah.
It will just drive me crazy if I don't have it. So I've made it. I put in my mind that like I can have different things as long as I get my proteins, the amount of carbs that I need, and veggies. Then I'm good. So
what is your pre-match?
My pre-match is pasta.
Yeah.
With salmon.
With salmon.
With a piece of salmon.
Yeah.
Lots of pasta though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. Wow. So there's that, and I wanted to ask you something else.
Is that pasta gluten free?
Sometimes. Sometimes.
Are you vegan?
You know what's crazy? I just saw a documentary on Netflix about going vegan.
Oh, really?
And it's so crazy because like they have doctors talking on it and everything, and like they have good examples of they have athletes telling you about their story, but like you don't know what to listen to, because then you say, okay, like this athlete has his story, but then what about Cristiano Ronaldo who eats meat all the time? So what's the explanation for that? You know
what? I think it's what works for you, man.
What works for you,
what
exactly.
Works for you.
I think that's the biggest message, is that it's just they're trying to educate you on another way that might be good for you,
Big question right now. Messi or Ronaldo?
I know the answer to this because I've seen it in a video before.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Okay, so
what is it, man? Messi or Ronaldo, bro?
As far as talent, like just playing soccer and talent and impacting the game, for sure Messi.
Okay.
Leo Messi just has God-given talent that nobody had ever had. But I have a lot. I even, it's hard for me to say this, but even more respect for Cristiano than Messi.
Why?
Wow.
Because Cristiano had to work for everything.
Okay.
He had to, not to say that Messi doesn't work hard. Messi works hard. But Messi was blessed with that talent, that God-given talent with the ball at his feet.
Yeah.
Cristiano was given talent as well, but I think his biggest strength is his mind. His mentality. His mentality is incredible, and his work rate and his work ethic is like second to none. And I respect that. I respect the guy that had to work for what he has, and he's worked harder than anybody.
And he's a specimen, man. Like physical, like he's just amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, a couple more quick questions. What's that? A couple more quick.
What's the hardest stadium you've ever played in?
Hardest stadium? Chivas. Chivas was the most amazing atmosphere. It was incredible, man. Full Champions League final. The fans, like, they were doing so bad in their league at that point, but because of this tournament, they showed up. This was their everything.
Yeah.
And that was an amazing experience. Tigres was the hardest. Chivas was the most amazing atmosphere.
Wow.
What's the biggest crowd you played in front of? Wednesday you got 75,000 people.
Yeah,
That's
70. That would be the most.
Jeez, man.
But we've played there before with 75,000. So that's the stadium.
Are you a product of the TFC Academy and?
No,
you're not, because you told me you Brampton and all that
left
stuff.
to Uruguay.
Okay, because they got, like, I know, like, when my son was playing in soccer, when he was with Dero, like 4 of his teammates, like, because of Dero's connections, we used to go to what do you call them, ID camps all the time at the and 4 of our kids got ID'd. 4 kids that 2 of them, which because I eventually became an assistant coach for the soccer, and I coached these kids, and TFC took them, and they're still there. They're still playing. They're 12 years old, and they're part of the TFC Academy.
They got a really good setup now. I think when I was younger, it was still very new.
Yeah.
They had to fix a lot of things. It wasn't the best avenue for a young player. Now it's the avenue.
Amazing.
It's the avenue.
I got a good question.
Yes.
And I don't think I've ever heard anyone ask this, but how hard was it for you to see Jovinko go?
That was hard, man. That was hard for everybody at the club, just because of what he brought. He brought a different culture, a different mentality to our club, to the city. He put finally, Toronto FC. Now you can kind of, when you speak about sports in the city of Toronto, before it was just Maple Leafs and Raptors.
Yeah.
Now Raptors more than Leafs. But now, in the last few years, you can even put Toronto FC in that conversation.
Oh,
you
100%.
talk about TFC with
100%.
the Raptors and the Leafs as far as in the city.
Yeah.
And that was because of Jovinko, and he became such a good friend of mine. Like, we still keep in touch, and he taught me a lot in the game for sure. So that was tough.
Well, what's amazing, you mentioned that. What's amazing is you guys brought the rain from the drought. You guys broke the curse. You guys brought the first championship to our city in a long time.
Yeah.
Right? Like, the Raptors came to what, 2 years after?
2 years
When
after.
did you guys win?
We won 2017.
2017.
So 2 years after.
So 2 years after. So, like, prior to that, what was our last championship?
It was 92, sorry, 93 with the Jays.
Yeah.
So
that's
we
right.
were in a drought.
The Argos won, arguably. It's like,
okay,
it's not really that big of a deal,
fine.
But But in professional sports, what is real professional sports, I would say TFC is what the bringers of the rain.
Bro, we were in a drought. We were like the children of Israel back in the Bible days, in a drought, and someone had to bring the rain, and you guys brought the rain, man. You brought the rain, and then 2 years after, look, boom, we get a Raptors championship.
And then this year we'll get a Leafs championship.
This year we're going to get a Leafs
another
championship.
TFC
and a TFC championship. Yo, the city's hot right now.
City's hot.
Toronto's
man.
hot. Toronto's on fire.
It's the 6.
It's the 6.
Thank you, Drake. Make some noise for Drake. Thank you, Drake. Like I said, I'm in the music game.
And the general.
And El General also. Okay, so there was one other thing I was going to ask you. So, championship draft. Oh, were you part of that? We just did another historical thing, didn't we? Like Canada beat the U.S.
for
the first time in what?
30-something years.
And you were on that?
I was there, man.
We have a group chat, me and my boys, and the first thing that came to mind was the incredible pass you give. Incredible pass. But not just that. the celebration, like that celebration needs to go down in Canadian. Like, you know how they have the heritage, Canadian
the
heritage.
moments.
That celebration needs to go in Canadian heritage history.
His celebration?
Yes.
What did he do?
Yes, I gotta
Can
find
you
this.
pull it up?
I gotta find this.
Yeah,
I gotta find it. I will pull it up.
My friends were giving me so much slack for this.
I can't wait to see it.
So much.
I can't wait to see it. Well, look,
Oh
we
my
have
God.
the Bautista bat flip, right? We got the,
This is funny though. This is funny because like, if you really like, I'm not supposed to be doing the celebration. The guy that scores is supposed to be doing the celebration. You know what I mean?
But no, hold on. No. Let me say something. Again, going back to Coach Brandon, like
Sometimes a pass is like the goal, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
And that was one of those times where it's like that pass was the goal.
What frustrated me about soccer a lot is when my kids were playing is the 3 passes prior to the goal, that guy gets no credit.
Yeah.
But he had the vision to see that guy on the wing making the run. Boom! Without that, we don't get that. But poor guy doesn't get no credit, man. Like,
I mean, he doesn't get credit in like the media, but
the team knows.
But the team knows.
So
the league knows.
the
Players
kids
know.
know.
If you know football, you know.
All right, I like that.
It's
At least
like
he
a-
gets the credit where it's important.
Yes.
It's like in basketball, the blind assist, you know.
The blind assist, man. Like, anyways, you got it or what?
I'm pulling it up.
Yo, I got to see this celebration, man. Okay, well, you know what? We'll celebrate because we're gonna end off on a celebration. So hold off on that. We're gonna end with that. I was talking to some coaches, friends of mine who are in the soccer game, like they coach with Dero's Academy and stuff, and they said that there's a, they said that you pretty much are like the face of Canada soccer, like that you are like you're injecting life into Canada soccer. Is that accurate? Like, they told me about another kid, some young kid that just went over to
Bayern Munich. Yeah.
Bayern Munich.
Alfonso Davies.
Yes,
yeah.
they told me about him. Like he's
our jewel. He's our jewel. And
have you played with him?
Yeah. We played together.
Oh,
in
on
that
the
game.
game. So is he really the truth?
Yeah, he's the truth.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
He's talented, man. He's so young
and he's
to
young.
be that good.
What is it about him? As you're a vet compared to him.
Yeah,
like, you've been thinking, what is it? What does he have that's so special?
He's got tools that like nobody has, like speed and strength and dribbling ability. Like, he's got all the tools. Like, it's very rare for a player to have all the tools.
Right.
You have some tools that you can master, and then you try to be okay at everything else. This guy's got a lot of tools.
Really?
A lot of tools, man.
So even when you saw him, played with him the first time, you were like,
he's still so raw too. Like, he still has so much to learn, and that's the scary part.
gosh, man. So when you played with him the first time, you noticed right away, you're like, yo, this kid's special.
Yeah, this guy's the truth. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
But okay, so that's amazing. So we got him, we got you. So are you like very active with Canada soccer? Like, are you?
Yeah. I've been part of it since 7 years now, since I played professionally, and I think I'm definitely a big role now.
Yeah.
More than before. And yeah, I like to think that like to call myself this face, like I don't that's for people to decide.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That was what they were saying.
But I like to think that I'm making a big impact in Canadian soccer in
Amazing.
a different way. I think they give the credit. Of course, they got to give the credit to guys that go over Europe and make a living that way. But I've chosen to stay at home and prove that you can be just as good staying at home. So I think I'm changing the game in that way. I'm making that a pathway, which what it was not before.
Yeah, that's powerful, man. Yeah. How integral is Di Rosario in the soccer world in Toronto and Canada?
Oh, huge, man.
Yeah?
Huge. He's a legend.
Really, huh?
Yeah.
No, you're right,
Toronto FC legend and Canadian legend.
Like, he's just well respected,
for soccer. Yeah, man. He's one of the top dons. I call him Don, the Don, and
Don Di Rosario. Don Diro.
He's a top dog. Him, Tiba Hutchinson, Julian de Guzman.
Julian de Guzman. He played in Holland, right? No.
He played in.
Who's the guy that played in the World Cup?
So
Holland.
Jonathan de Guzman, which is his brother, played for Holland. But he was born here. He's from Toronto.
Right, I heard that.
But he moved at a really young age to Holland. So then he chose to play for Holland. So he's also a legend. Like, he's big for Canadian soccer, but he didn't play for our national team. So But Julian, the bigger bro, chose to play for our national team. He played for our national
So
team.
do you know all these guys?
Yeah.
Because they're
I played
older
with
than
these
you,
guys.
right?
Yeah, but I played with them. Like, I was young, but I played with them. Towards, like, Julian's end of the career, I was young. And D-Roll, I played with at TFC for like 2 years.
Oh, when he was on the team, you were on the team?
Yeah, his second time around.
Oh, amazing.
So he was on the team first time around. That's when he was, like, the big boss, you know? He was the big guy in the league.
How was it playing with him?
Great.
What does he have?
He was towards the end of his career, so,
okay, so he's kind
it
of
was different.
Yeah,
But nah, man, he has a lot of experience. He got swagger.
He does.
D-Roll's got
like
swag.
off the field and on the field.
Both, yeah, man.
I see him at like
D-Roll
everywhere. I
is
saw him at
special,
OB.
man.
Yeah, no,
I'll tell you that much. He's special.
He does have swag. Like I saw him. I see him everywhere. Like 'cause
Yeah,
I saw him in the music, right? So I see him at OVO Fest. I see him at all these soca parties, and we're just there.
He's active, man. He's active
he's doing his thing,
in
man.
the culture, which is great.
Yeah,
you know? That's what we need.
I love him, man. He's such a great personality. Shout out to Wayne D. Rosario. Okay, man, you got that clip or what? I think he does, man. Let's see this clip, man. Because we're gonna be doing a lot of celebrating on Wednesday.
You know what? I want to bring up a good point, and I want you to answer this. And maybe, like, I even want to take a part of this to make Canadian soccer. Like, this game wasn't even on television.
Yeah.
This game wasn't even on any network. Like, never mind a small network. This wasn't even on Rogers 10.
Yeah.
Like, that's embarrassing. Like,
Yeah.
you guys have done so much.
Yeah, man, you're right.
Yourself,
Yeah.
Tiba, Davis, Henry. You know, you guys have done so much for Canadian soccer, and Canadian soccer needs to step it up.
Yeah. I agree. I mean, we were. A lot of people are saying that and debating that of course it needs to be on national television, and it wasn't for I don't know whatever reason. But I think this win changed that, so I hope that they learn from it and they can't a game like that has to be nationally broadcasted. You know?
Sure, man, for sure. All right. I think do we have this thing or what, man? Like, this guy is like, if this guy was on TV,
Bro,
he'd get cut.
I had
man.
to really search for this.
You're dropping the ball, bro. Like,
I think there's only like one video because only one
Yeah,
soccer.
this is the only video.
One soccer is the only thing that owns it. They're the only ones that got the rights.
me and El General over here are waiting for the pass, and you're holding the ball too long, bro. Get it off your feet quick, man. We're trying to score goals over here, and you can't even deliver on a video. Oh, is this it?
Yeah, it's coming. Oh God.
Can we get audio or no?
I got you, bro. I
Take
got
that
you.
music off, bro.
Good things take some time, but they come.
Yeah, that's true. Wow, that's facts. Good things take time.
There, you got a point for that, Toma.
You won't be disappointed. I know that.
Okay, so I need you to watch the bottom part of the screen. All right?
Get his reaction on this, man.
Moment to take the sting out of the game. 3 more minutes. Osorio over top. Cavallini's onside. Lucas Cavallini! Can you believe it? Lucas can.
That's epic.
Hold on.
That is epic.
Take his shirt off. Hold on.
Look at that pass.
Yo, it's gonna show the replay again too. Oh man, what a goal! What a feeling.
You passed him that?
I passed him that.
Yes, man.
Watch that.
Watch.
Great goal. Man.
Hold on,
It's
don't show
coming,
it.
it's coming. It's gonna show. Oh, is it? Oh, it didn't show.
That was epic.
It didn't show again in slow mo.
It was gonna show in slow mo.
I see what you mean, though.
But this is the highlights of the game.
What a
But
moment to take the sting out of the game.
yeah, look.
3 more minutes. Osorio over top. Cavallini's onside.
Look
Lucas
at that pass.
Cavallini!
Beautiful. Watch Osorio. Watch him. Yo, fam, you didn't score the goal, fam.
Lucas can.
I see what you mean. That is a goal. That's the guy who scores the goal supposed to do that.
Yeah.
This guy got amped.
Yeah.
But without that pass, there's no goal.
That was a good assist.
Celebrate.
Yeah.
Celebrate. Who is the best? What culture has the best announcers?
Oh, Colombia.
Yeah?
Colombia for sure.
Okay.
They're amazing.
They
They're amazing. They speak so fast, man, and they're so like
they're so-
Argentina too. Argentina has good ones too. Yeah.
What about EPL, man? What about those Brits, man?
Yeah. The Brits, they got the accent, and
Yeah.
we love that over here in Canada.
Yeah. No, but you're right.
Which is great. I like it too. But me personally, I grew up in a Colombian household, and I grew up watching Colombian games with the Colombian announcers. Oh my God, it's the best.
Best Colombian player
Ever? Or
sure,
now?
Sure. Let's do both.
Well, ever is between El Pibe, Valderrama, and James. I think James
Rodriguez
is up there now, man. He's taking that over.
Wow. Yo, man, I think we got to wrap this up, man. I could talk to you all day, bro.
Starstruck.
I am. And I'm gonna be in the car later and be like, shoot, I didn't ask him that. If I need to have you back, could you come back?
Of course.
All right, bro. Like, honestly, man, like I said, I just have such a high respect and appreciation for professional athletes, man. And yo, time to lock in, bro.
Yeah.
You got 48 hours, man.
Of course.
Do your thing. You got a whole city, a whole country rooting for you. Good luck, man.
Thank you.
Like,
man.
what else?
Thanks
right?
for having me, man.
Like,
This is
did
amazing.
you have fun, man?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, good. I'm glad.
This was cool.
But yeah, we're gonna be watching. We're gonna be rooting for you, and yo, good luck. Just go out there and leave it all on the field, man.
Yeah,
you know, play your best. That's all you can do, and just you got. I always tell my kids that I coach. I say you got two things that you can control. You can control your attitude, and you can control your effort.
Yeah.
You can't control who wins this game.
Mm-mm.
There's going to be referees in the way. There's other players in the way. There's other things in the way. But no one's in the way of your attitude and your effort. You know what I mean? And
100%.
I think, yeah. So I think that if we just have a positive attitude and we give 150%, then we will come away with the W. And on Wednesday, when these boys come home from Atlanta, they're going to come back with a big W and go to the finals, right? Because this is the conference finals, right?
Conference finals.
Yo, TFC, Jonathan Osorio, also El General in the building.
Yeah.
Mate Mondays. Thank you once again. We out.
Extraordinary! Dortmund, 2 goals in Scotland!